Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us on our webinar today. I'm Tony and I'm Wired's Digital Marketing Trainer. Now we'll start off this session with a little bit more information about Wired Plus in case you haven't dealt with us before. Now we're a full service email marketing agency specialising in email marketing and marketing automation. Our clients range from small businesses to large PLCs and everything in between. We offer managed services through an agency-style setup for clients who want to outsource their email marketing strategies, as well as offering support and training to clients who would prefer to create email templates and campaigns before sending them themselves. Whether you're looking for a bespoke template, do-it-yourself email sends, or full campaign strategy and implementation, we can support you to success. Now, my own experience spans over 20 years, during which time I've been involved with digital marketing projects ranging from small, highly targeted, postcode-specific campaigns to full national and multinational integrated marketing strategies. I've worked across a number of B2B and B2C sectors and love sharing what I've learned through that time. So that's what you need to know about us. We'll now move on to the webinar. Now we always have a broad spectrum of attendees at our webinars, and the main aim of this one is to give you more information on how to develop your email marketing by defining goals and objectives which enable you to choose the right email marketing strategy. The webinar should run for about 20 minutes, and you can contact me directly after we finish if you've got any questions or if you want to have more of an in-depth conversation. So these are going to be the areas that we cover today. The 4 P's of email marketing, smart objectives, and choosing the right strategy in line with the marketing funnel. So goal setting is probably one of the hardest things that we have to do as marketers. The expectations from other parts of the business of what we can achieve usually outweigh what we think we can actually achieve ourselves. We need to aim for goals that are high enough, but not so high that we'll never achieve them. Into this mix we add the fact that we're always going to be trying new approaches and strategies as well. This usually results in marketing teams' goal setting exercises becoming more of a guessing game than a structured and effective process. Through this webinar we'll be covering techniques and approaches that can help you remove the guesswork so that you can set the right goals for you and your marketing team. We'll also explain how you can then choose the right strategy to achieve your new goals and objectives. So the 4 P's of email marketing. When starting the process of defining goals and objectives for your email marketing campaigns, you need to consider how your audience is going to fit into them. After all, you're going to be creating goals whose success solely relies on your audience taking the necessary actions required. Before defining your goals and objectives, you need to consider the 4 P's of email marketing. So what are they? Well, the 4 P's were created by the McKinsey Group as a response to the ever greater expectations that customers have of their brands. They're a great way of remembering exactly what a contact expects to see in each and every one of your marketing communications. Now that we know why they were created and why they're important, we'll look at each one of the 4 P's in turn. So the first is pervasive. This means let me read the email where I am. 54% of emails are open on mobile devices, so mobile should be our first consideration when creating campaigns and designing emails. That still leaves 46% who are opening on desktop and laptop devices, so you also need to remember them. Smartphone users are very seldom away from the device, as you know. This should also be considered when looking at being pervasive. Responsive email templates and segmentation based on device are good places to start when including the first of the 4 P's in your email marketing campaigns. Content should be creative and engaging, whilst remaining consumable, easy to digest and clear to navigate. The second P is participatory, or I have a voice and I'm going to use it. Your contacts want to get interactive and to share their preferences and opinions with you. Find out what people care about and then create email content to match. To do this, consider using surveys, questionnaires, blogs, social media, competitions, real-time content, trends, buyer personas and more. Drive cross-channel marketing which will allow social and email to come together and work as a creative communicative platform. Collect data and create a positive brand persona. The third P is personalised. And obviously, contacts want communications that make it relevant to me. Use automation and segmentation to filter your audience into subcategories to focus content and follow movements, such as welcome packages, offers, abandoned shopping carts, browser abandonment, suggested products, product reminders, and updates. Also use them to develop behavioural triggers which allow content to be relevant and engaging. Adjust your campaign delivery, content and timings and send emails which you know they will like. Personalise using the name and refer back to gender, location, age, seasons, occupation, time, lifestyle and interests to create relevant personalised content. The fourth P is prescriptive, or the final P, and it means I'm in control. Observing the movements of your customers, offer and allow them to share the preferences through things like preference centres, as you can see in the M&S example on the right there. Suggest products, such as the Amazon email on the left. Offer discounts, loyalty promotions or exclusivity. Provide a customised experience which allows them to feel appreciated. Capture previous purchase data, check their open rates, times and locations to customise when emails are sent. If you notice they aren't engaging, give them the option to opt out easily. This will not only stop you from bothering them, but will clean up your data. Those are the 4 Ps of email marketing. I'm sure you can see that by referring to them at any stage of the goal setting and campaign creation processes, you'll ensure that you deliver timely and relevant communications to your contacts. We can now move on to defining our goals and objectives, which will incorporate those 4 Ps. Goals help us to prove how effective we are. They keep us focused and continuously push us to do better. Goals are only effective if they're based in reality though. Without structure, goals are really nothing more than dreams. Using the SMART approach is the best way to ensure that your goals and objectives are structured, realistic and measurable. Smart planning can make the difference between a super effective marketing strategy and a failed one. It really can be as simple as that. When setting future objectives for marketing, such as in a marketing plan, it's useful to look hard at each measure and ask, is it essential? The SMART mnemonic helps as a test or filter, which you can use to assess the quality of measures. Whether you're working on your overall marketing plan or a specific part within it, it's imperative that you have clear objectives and goals for each element within your strategy. These goals should be clearly defined, realistic, and you should be able to reach them within an acceptable time frame. They most certainly shouldn't be pie-in-the-sky hopes and dreams without any focus or direction behind them. So what does SMART mean? Well, as you can see on screen, the S stands for specific. So your goals and objectives specific enough. Just saying that you want more sales isn't very specific. To make goals specific, they must tell a team exactly what's expected, why it's important, who's involved, where it's going to happen, and which attributes are important. The M stands for measurable. Establish specific criteria for measuring the progress towards each goal and objective that you set. When you measure your progress, you stay on track, reach your target dates, and experience the exhilaration of achievement that spurs you on to the continued effort required to reach your goal. The A stands for attainable, so set goals that are challenging but also possible. When you identify goals that are most important to you, you begin to figure out ways you can make them come true. You develop the attitudes, abilities, skills, and capacity to reach them. The R stands for relevant and realistic. To be realistic, a goal must represent an objective towards which you're both willing and able to work. Don't forget any hurdles that you may have to overcome. And T stands for time-based or time-bound. Your goals and objectives should be grounded within a time frame. After all, how will you know you've succeeded if you don't have a finish line? So some examples would be to increase click-through rate of email campaigns by 10% in the next 3 months by analysing, testing and optimising segmentation and calls to action. Another one might be to increase return on investment from email by 5% in the next 30 days. This will increase profits by 8%. Creating smart objectives will allow you to aim for achievable goals. Not only that, but using this method is an easy way to manage your strategy and your results. You may then refer back to the 4 Ps and integrate the 2. This should provide you with the foundations to design a realistic and relevant strategy that is both achievable and effective. So choosing the right strategy. We've now created SMART goals and objectives, so we can move on to choosing the right email marketing strategy to use to achieve them. When creating strategies, we need to answer 3 questions. The first is, who are you targeting? What are you sending to them? And why are you sending it? So who are you targeting? When we've decided who we're sending email marketing campaigns to, these contacts will become a segment to send to based on the purpose of the email campaigns. So some questions to ask, and these are just initial ones, there'd be a lot more. But the first one would be, will it be to existing customers to look to upsell? Will it be to prospects to try to increase conversions? Is it to introduce products to contacts who live within so many miles of a brick and mortar store if that's your business? Or companies who need services and turnover of 100 million a year? So again, you can see that you're creating specific segments who you're targeting. So next question, what are you sending to them? Well, your content needs to be available through the correct means, while also creating a personalised experience for your audience. The content you share is fully dependent on the products you offer or services you offer and the profile of your customers that you're sending to. But there are basic commonalities on how to market in each stage of the cycle, as you can see on screen. So awareness, consideration, conversion, retention, and advocacy. So looking at each one in turn, awareness. For the majority of businesses, this is all about being found via email, search engine marketing, PPC, and SEO. But it might also include social and printed promotions or direct mail promotions. The goal here is to provide educational content and to build a relationship with your subscribers. Try to educate and be helpful through your email marketing campaigns. Your subscribers are still strangers to your company and brand at this stage, so focus on establishing yourself as a thought leader. It's a great opportunity to start building a trust relationship with your contacts. Prospects aren't aware of the value of your product or services yet, so they won't engage with overly promotional sales messages. So look to demonstrate the value of your products through your educational content. The types of content that you can use at this stage are blog posts, social media updates, infographics, photographs or imagery, digital magazines or books, audio podcasts, video podcasts, microsites, print magazines, email newsletters, or potentially primary research as well. There's probably more than that, but that's a good starter for you. So moving on to consideration. Now the goal here is to build a deeper relationship with your contacts, introducing them to your products or services and nurturing them with targeted, personalised and relevant content. You can start to create content specifically for them, highlighting key selling points to help you stand out from the competition and providing information which makes you of interest to the wants and needs. You might also consider providing incentives. Contacts are more willing to consider your company products or services at this stage, and they want to learn more on from the more generic considerations at the awareness stage. You'll also know a lot more about your contacts at this stage through capturing data in the awareness stage. This insight enables you to send content that addresses their specific pain points. You're now providing them with a solution to the problems. So the types of content that you can use at this stage are things like educational resources or useful resources, software downloads or downloads of any description, discounts or coupons, quizzes or surveys, and webinars or events. So the conversion stage, well, your one and only goal here is to convince your contacts to make the purchase, subscribe, etc., i.e. to convert, whatever that conversion is, not necessarily just a sale. So talk about why your company and your products or services are the best. Create a sense of urgency to nudge these contacts along to the purchase stage. Once your costs or services that you're offering and you've educated 2 stages. So consider getting your coupons and discounts out there, whether it's through PPC, ad text, a pre-sales email, or other types of content that can help move the contact to purchase, webinars or events, or mini classes even. So retention and advocacy. Now these are the stages that many marketers forget about, but they are absolutely crucial in getting repeat customers and the most return on investment from each contact. 65% of a company's business actually comes from existing customers, and it costs 5 times as much to attract a new customer than to keep an existing one satisfied, according to Gartner research. If you can nurture the existing relationship and turn your customers into advocates for your company products and services, You can enjoy the benefits of the customers doing some of the marketing for you. So obviously your goal here is to instill loyalty by delighting your customers and using all of the insight gained about them so far to deliver helpful and high quality content. Using content from all the previous stages, you can continue to educate and inform your customers and stay in front of the minds as a thought leader in your industry. Some additional ways to build loyalty and advocacy are to send email campaigns to new customers asking for referrals and reviews, so make the most of their post-purchase high, and send surveys to customers asking them to give you some feedback on how you can improve your products or services. So moving on, third question, why are you sending it? When sending a personalised email campaign to your chosen segments, ensure that there's only one reason for you to be sending that email. Make this reason crystal clear to the recipient. This also applies to your call to action. Only have one on the email. This should be the action that you want the recipient to take as a result of the reason for the email being sent. Your conversions will improve if you ensure that you aren't confusing your subscribers as to what you want them to do as a result of the email that you're sending. If you don't have a reason, you don't have an action that you want them to take. If this is the case, why are you sending the email in the first place? All you're going to do is annoy your audience with irrelevant noise. Their inboxes are already full of companies doing just that. No matter which stage of the marketing funnel the contact or segment is at, what are you wanting to get out of the email campaign that you're sending? So is it for branding, keeping front of mind, retaining customers? Is it for lead generation? Is it to drive website traffic to a specific landing page or to download a document? Is it to get an immediate sale, or is it a cross-sell or upsell opportunity, or other sales opportunities? So as we come to the end of our webinar, we'd like to give you what we think are the key takeaways. 4 P's of email marketing need to be considered when defining goals and objectives and creating an email marketing strategy. When your email marketing campaigns are based on the 4 P's, you can be sure that you're approaching your email marketing with your contacts in mind. You'll be getting the right message to the right people at the right time and in the right format. SMART goals and objectives give you a solid foundation on which you can build effective email marketing strategies. Structuring your goals and objectives ensures that what you're looking to achieve is possible, realistic and measurable. With clearly set goals and objectives, you can easily see whether you've succeeded or not, and if the latter is the case, you'll know where you need to improve going forward. And the success of your email marketing strategy depends on how you structured your goals and objectives and how well structured they are and how well integrated the 4 P's are into the overall campaign. Don't lose sight of your contacts when striving to achieve your goals and objectives. So that's the end of the webinar. I hope that you found the information useful and that it's given you additional insight into defining your own goals and objectives and choosing the right strategy for your email marketing. Our contact details are on screen. At Wired, we're very open to any questions that you might have. Please feel free to contact us if you want to see how we can help you achieve email marketing success, or if you want to chat about what you're doing with your campaigns at the moment. Finally, the Wired team and I would like to thank you for attending our webinar and wish you every success with your email marketing going forwards. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you at our future webinars. Bye for now.